Well, I was born in the St. Louis area in Jennings, actually, to be exact, which I happen to be the leader of the Jennings School District. And I grew up in the area and stayed in the area for all of my life. And I just remember running the streets, playing, and having a great time in a safe, wonderful environment where neighbors would say, "Keep off my grass," or "Why are you out so late? It's time to go in, the lights are getting out." And I was just so in love with how wonderful it was to grow up here, having things from creeks and ponds to go to a park, Kennedy Park, to ultimately having a short bike ride to the Circle and down into the city of St. Louis, where a lot of action was. There was something to get into and involved into every day, from basketball, football, at the clubs, Matthews Dickey's Boys and Girls Club, and Herbert Hoover, which I was a part of both. And it just was a wonderful childhood and a great place to grow up. I presently serve on about 20 boards, and in addition to being the superintendent of schools for the Jennings Public School District, and so I stay very active with Boy Scouts and Boy Scouts of America as the vice chair of venturing, which is the co-ed part for character and character building. I'm hugely involved with the Urban League and the Save Our Sons initiative. I love the arts in the area of arts in the area of St. Louis City, so I'm on the Muni board, and I serve in various roles in the arts and just get students involved in the arts. And so, really my involvement spans from civic pride through like making sure that there's equity, like with the Urban League, to helping children with the Boy Scouts, to the arts like at the Muni and more. And so, anything that's excellent is something I want to be a part of, and there are so many choices to become involved in St. Louis. St. Louis is the first and the only and the best place for several things that are nationally known. We were the first and only to have, for instance, toasted ravioli in the food area, or Imo's. It was started here. But we also were the first to have kindergarten in the nation. It started here in St. Louis, and education is something that we've been noted to be one of the best at, having individuals get through the pipeline, from cradle to career, college and career. I think it's important also to know that St. Louis is a great place to live. We've had at least 3 of our suburbs in the top 10 places to live for the past few years, and so it's a safe place that loves families and engages families in productive citizenship and just having fun and growing up and getting engaged. So people don't know how awesome we are till they come, and then they don't want to leave many times when they get engaged and involved and see everything that's around. My favorite thing about St. Louis is really, it's twofold. Really all the cultures and arts and the great foods and people that you get to associate yourself with, and you really can get a little bit of taste of anything, but it's also the family-centered environment that we have. So there are other places that have a lot of diversity and a lot of culture, but not necessarily such a family focus to it. We are so family focused that we've been on the top 10 list for the best places to live and the best suburbs to live, because we really are affordable. We make sure that there are places for young people to play, to thrive, safe places, and then really nice housing throughout the area. And so my favorite part is how we are so family focused as a city and as a region that it makes families want to never leave. If you don't care about your community, no one else will have a reason to. And so civic pride is the nucleus of showing that you care, showing that you are here, and that history is being made on a regular basis because of the mark that you are leaving. So civic pride is essential. In a world that doesn't seem so civil, people need to have examples of what civic leadership is and civic pride is. And so it is essential that we take pride in our home, because otherwise no one else will have a reason to. Art McCoy, Superintendent of Schools for Jennings School District, and I am the St. Louis champion.